All right, that's my old-fashioned caramel dip right on top of my puff pastry. I did heat this up for just about 15 seconds, excuse me. Time flies when you're having fun. And I am just spreading this out right in the center. Now I just have some diced green apples. Now I just cut them up into smaller pieces because I want them to like fit in here, make a great little bite each bite. And I thought that would be easier to eat and consume them and bite into this if they were a little bit smaller, just like Winston. Now I'm gonna put some light brown sugar right here just on top of my apples, just so they get sweetened up a bit too. And it's not just overwhelmingly caramel on one side. They've got a little bit of that sweetness on the top as well. Perfect. Now here I have my apple pie spice, and we're just gonna go ahead. This has everything you want in it. It has cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, a little bit of all of our favorite festive fall spices. And I'm just going ahead and generously using that right on top of these apples and my caramel. Now, because I cut my puff pastry here into just these little small sections, I am just gonna start braiding this beauty and enclosing all that delicious caramel, apple, spice, and sugar inside here. All right, I'm just gonna come in with some butter here. We're gonna give this a nice little butter wash so it bakes up beautifully and golden brown. Y'all, this is gonna be so pretty, so festive, yummy, yummy, yummy for the fall. I love apple pie. It's honestly my favorite kind of pie. And look at, this is such an easy way to make a caramel apple baked good treat. Perfect. I'm gonna pick this up for 1 second. Got my sheet pan here. Look at that. Perfect. All right, I'm turning my oven up to 425 and I'm gonna bake this for just about 15 minutes. All righty, y'all. Look at our beautiful apple caramel braid. Oh my God, doesn't that puff pastry look simply amazing? We've got those delicious apples in there, they're caramel apple pie spice. All I'm gonna do is do a little bit of powdered sugar right on top here. It just makes everything beautiful and festive. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna cut myself a delicious little piece here. Look at that apple, that caramel, that delicious puff pastry. Hey Justine, do you want to take a bite of this?
Yeah.
Oh my, this smells so good.
So good.
So good.
Y'all, you gotta try it. All right, that's just our Betty Crocker fudge brownie mix. Coming in with our mini Oreos. We're just gonna get these spread throughout that brownie mix, making a super easy and delicious dessert today, a favorite and a crowd pleaser. Now I've got my Philadelphia no-bake cheesecake original. I'm just gonna use my scooper here and we're gonna start adding some cheesecake in, just a little bit here and there. We've got our chocolate chip cookie dough from Pillsbury, which is a favorite of everyone. If you don't love just a traditional Pillsbury chocolate chip cookie dough, I don't know what planet you're from, but it's not Earth. Now, of course, you can make your own cheesecake from scratch with a little bit of cream cheese, a little bit of lemon juice, some powdered sugar, some vanilla extract, but we like to do it This way, it's just quick, easy, and efficient for making this delicious, easy party dessert. Now, of course, I'm coming in with my rainbow sprinkles. It's not a party treat if you don't have rainbow sprinkles. They are my absolute favorite. I don't understand people who don't like sprinkles, like my husband. It's a major point of contention between the two of us, as I love them and he doesn't. All right, now I've got my hamburger smasher and I'm just pamming this up, and we're gonna start just smashing down our cookie towers. We want these to spread out and become super easy to mix in here with all of our other delicious ingredients, such as our brownies, our mini Oreos, our cheesecake. Look at that. I am not working out today, let me tell you that, folks. This cookie dough is strong. Perfect though, this is coming out perfectly. All right, we're just gonna start finishing this up using my Hubba Beachy flippers to break up this beautiful cheesecake mounds with our cookie dough, with our brownie batter. This is a classic dessert everyone loves. You can't go wrong. It's got something for everyone in it, and it's just perfect for your next holiday get together or party. All right, we're gonna fold in our brownie batter here, in with our cookie dough. Like I said, this is a super easy holiday treat. I like to make this around Christmas time when everyone's visiting. It's a great dessert to feed a group. You know, sometimes I like to add mini marshmallows in here. You can use different kinds of cookie dough. This is an all-American, delicious dessert, a real fan and family favorite. All right. We're just smoothing this out into an even layer so our cookie dough can perfectly cook. Look at that. Oh my God, doesn't that look delicious? Our brownies, our cookie dough, our mini Oreos, our cheesecake. We're just gonna close our lid on our Hubba Beachy here for about 10 minutes, and then we'll be ready to enjoy this delicious dessert. Alrighty, y'all, look at our Brookie Blackstone masterpiece. And then of course, just put some more sprinkles right on top to make this super decorative. You can use icing if you want. I'm not using icing today, but I do love icing. All right, and what goes better with a Brookie than some vanilla ice cream? So I'm just gonna put some vanilla ice cream there. And now let's grab ourselves some of this delicious Brookie. And don't worry if things are a little bit lightly done, because Pillsbury cookie dough is safe to eat raw. And to be honest, that's the way I prefer to eat it. Alrighty, y'all. This is gonna be the next best dessert of the year. So easy, so good. You gotta try it. One bag regular chocolate M&Ms. Now we're just adding in 1 cup of Caro syrup. Perfect. Now I have my Skippy creamy peanut butter, and I am going to add in about 1.5 cups of this, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. Perfect. Now we're just gonna add in 1 cup of pure cane sugar and some salt. Can't have sweet without salty. Now I'm coming in with my honey caramel check, and I'm just gonna add in about 6 cups. All right, we're gonna start stirring and incorporating this all together. We wanna get everything covered in that peanut butter, that Caro syrup, and our M&Ms. We're making a super easy and sweet, delicious treat today. Y'all are going to love this. It's gonna be your new go-to favorite, fun, easy recipe. And the fun thing about this is also doing it in the air fryer, which just really gives like a one-stop shop. You are only dirtying one little pan, the basin of the air fryer here, and it just is so easy to mix this all together, to form it into the final treat, and just make a super yummy, easy dessert. All right, I'm gonna pop in with some semi-sweet chocolate chips here right on top. That's gonna create a delicious, easy chocolate layer. And I'll just give these a little spready spread. Yummy. And I'm topping that with 1 stick of salted butter. I like the salted kind. And now I'm just gonna pop this into my air fryer. Now I'm just turning my temp to 350 for 20 minutes, stirring occasionally. Alrighty, y'all. We let our yummy, yummy treat cook for 20 minutes. Now I did let it cool down. I drizzled some chocolate right on top to just really finish it off. Some sprinkles would be so cute here. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is about to be delicious. Cutting down into that hard, conjoined chocolate. Oh my, yes. Oh, it's gonna have that peanut butter goodness, that sweetness, our Chex, the crunchiness, our M&Ms. Ooh, I just gotta get underneath here. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, this yummy, delicious treat. Now, y'all, if you put this in the freezer, it will harden into a solid bar. Mine's a little bit crumbly, but yours is gonna be perfect, I promise you. Oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever had. Y'all, you gotta try this. All right, that's 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk on top of my double stuffed Oreos. I'm just gonna get these spread into an even layer into my pan here. Of course, you can use any Oreo flavor you like. I love to do mint with this. Also peanut butter, super, super yummy. Now I'm coming in with some semi-sweet mini chocolate chips. But of course, you could do peanut butter with this, you could do white chocolate, you can do all kinds of flavors and customize. Alrighty, I'm coming in with a little bit of Cool Whip, and I'm just gonna start globbing this out into sections, placing this into my pan. We're gonna spread it into an even layer here. Ooh, these are all my favorite treats in here right now. Our Cool Whip, our Oreos, chocolate chips, sweetened condensed milk. You cannot go wrong with this delicious, amazing treat. You're gonna wanna make it with the holidays coming up. You're gonna be with your family and be looking for that special something to impress everyone with your culinary skills. And this is going to be it. All right, this looks beautiful, like a snow-covered mountain. Now I'm coming in with my Duncan Hines Devil Food Brownie Mix. Shake, shake, shake this little devilly mix right on top of everything. Oh my gosh, y'all. You could use brownie mix in this. You could use cake mix. I just like to keep anything and everything chocolate all together. Yummy. All right, now I've got a stick of butter here and my grater, my hand grater for cheese, for butter, for everything delicious, ooey gooey. And I am just gonna grate this whole stick of butter here onto my chocolate cake mix. Y'all know I love a good dump cake. And I gotta tell you, this is the best way I've found to spread this butter out. If you put pats, you're still gonna have some dry little sections in there. If you pour the melted butter on top, same thing. You can't make this cake top perfectly smooth. And so you're always gonna have nooks, crannies, and crevices. And this just gets in there, you know? It really lets you go side to side, up and down. It's so light and fluffy, and then it just melts and makes the most even crust. Alrighty, y'all, look at those beautiful layers. This is gonna be so tasty with those Oreos, chocolate chips, our Cool Whip, and then our little dump chocolate cake on top. I'm gonna place this in my oven at 350 for about 40 minutes. Alrighty, y'all, 40 minutes in the oven. We did it 30 minutes uncovered, 30 minutes covered, 10 minutes uncovered. Now I'm just gonna top this with a little bit of powdered sugar. What a simple and easy dessert that's gonna be so delicious. We've got our sweetened condensed milk, our Oreos, our chocolate chips, our Cool Whip, and that chocolate cake on top. Oh, isn't this gorgeous? I love it. All right, let's get a delicious piece here. Now I did let this cool down for about 10 minutes. Let's see. Oh, look at that. So ooey, gooey, warm, delicious. Oh, look at that Oreo in there. Oh my God, y'all, this is my favorite dessert. You've gotta try this. You gotta try it. 3/4 cup chopped pecans. Half a cup melted butter. 1/4 cup dark brown sugar. 1 cup flour. All right, y'all, we're just gonna mix this well to combine. Alrighty, we just press this down to form a crust. I'm gonna bake this for 15 to 20 minutes at 350. Alrighty, y'all. So I baked this for 20 minutes and then I did let it cool completely. Now I'm coming in with my Philadelphia no-bake cheesecake. And I'm just gonna start glopping this into gloppies right along the center here. Y'all, we are making a super easy, delicious treat today. This is called, well, it's from Arkansas, if you can believe it. At least the recipe that I know of says it's from Arkansas. So if anyone's from Arkansas out there, you'll have to let me know if this is a staple in your house, if you make it regularly, if your grandma made it, how you learned it. I'm just smoothing this no-bake cheesecake into an even layer here on top of my pecan crust. Alrighty, I'm just gonna set this to the side and bring in my measuring cup here. Now I have got some Jell-O chocolate fudge instant pudding here. Get that all in there. And I've got some regular Jell-O chocolate instant pudding. Wow, we've got a lot of chocolatey goodness. All right, y'all, now I'm gonna add some whole milk to this, but I'm just gonna add about 2 full cups, 1 3/4 cups, and then I'm gonna get this mixed and mixed and mixed until it's soft set. And y'all, this is gonna be so thick, chocolatey, and delicious. Perfect to go on top of that cheesecake. Alrighty, that looks perfect. Thick, chocolatey goodness. We're gonna bring back in our cheesecake pecan layer here. And I'm gonna start glopping our chocolate right on top. I don't know if, I wouldn't really say it's pouring because we made a thicker mixture than usual here. And we've got more, but I'm gonna start spreading this. Oh my, y'all, this is gonna be like chocolate heaven. The way we mix this up, the ratio, the thickness, that just looks absolutely delicioso. Alrighty, we're gonna set this to the side one more time, bring it in a measuring bowl here. Got my heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna use 2 cups of that. Perfection. And we're gonna pop in about 2 tablespoons worth of my powdered sugar. Perfect. All right, let's get to mixing this up. Y'all, I know that some people prefer homemade everything. I think sneak in a homemade thing when you got the time, when you can. You don't have to homemade everything, but this homemade whipped cream, sometimes I just love to do it. It makes such a difference. All right, a little bit of quality control here. Look good. Alrighty, we'll bring back in our delicious dish. And now our homemade whipped cream, which we're going to spread on top here. You can always put some vanilla in your whipped cream. You can sweeten it up more if you prefer. It's totally customizable and delicious. Isn't it crazy that you can just whip heavy whipping cream and just totally change the texture by getting air in it? It's so beautiful. I love it. All right, we're just gonna spread this out. How quickly did this come together? All right, my friends from Arkansas, you gotta tell me if this is a staple in your home, because literally the title of it has Arkansas. And if so, is Arkansas a big pecan growing state, Marty?
I don't know. I learned last year that Texas is, so
maybe. Oh.
I just thought that was a Georgia thing.
Oh, they grow pecans?
I think so.
In addition
They
to
probably grow
peaches? I'm sure they're grown all over. I heard California grows a lot of stuff too.
I think you're right.
Lots of nuts, citrus.
Lots of nuts in California.
Alrighty, I'm coming in with my sea salt caramel sauce. This goes so well with pecans. We're just doing a little cross and a little cross here to get this nice and covered in our caramel drizzle. And now I've just got some more chopped pecan pieces, and I'm just gonna give these a little sprinkle on top, and that's perfect because it lets people know what's inside. If they've got a nut allergy, a pecan allergy, they can avoid it. Alrighty, y'all. I'm just gonna set this in my freezer for about 4 hours to set. Alrighty, guys. We let our pecan masterpiece set. I love it. It looks amazing. The only thing left to do is to grab a big old piece. I'm gonna make sure I get all the way down here to our pecan crust. Ooh. Yeah, I can feel it's really come together. Seems like it's got a good hold. I'm excited. Of course, you could do this in a pie plate and bring the crust all the way up the sides. But we opted to do it in a 13 by 9 and make it just a little bigger. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, amazing. Look at those layers. The chocolate, the pecans, our no-bake cheesecake, our homemade whipped cream. Y'all, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is called Arkansas possum pie. Why do they call it that? Someone tell me in the comments. Oh my gosh, this is so good. No one's playing possum on this one. So good. You gotta try it.
Not you. Not you.
I want it. All right, those are just my Walmart mini pies down into my pan here. I use half a stick of butter. And now we're just gonna start breaking these up using our meat mashers. We're gonna create a little bit of a solid surface down here on the bottom. Now I used a variety. We've got cherry pie back here. This pie is spicy pineapple. We've got apple here. And strawberry cream pie. Doesn't this all look delicious? Now on top of my strawberry cream pies here, I'm gonna add some fresh strawberries. Ooh, beautiful. To my apple pies here, I'm gonna be adding fresh apples. Wonderful. On our spicy pineapple pie, I'm gonna add some crushed pineapple. And back here, we're coming in with our dark, beautiful cherries. And we're just placing those right on top. Gorgeous. All right, we're taking our butter over to the stove. 1 pound of butter into our frying pan. To that, I'm gonna add about 3 cups of dark brown sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, we're gonna get this melted, mixed, and combined. This is gonna be the perfect, delicious, easy topping that's gonna just perfectly bring together all those flavors, colors, and substances that we are making in this extra sweet and delicious dessert. All right, our caramel sauce is perfect. Let's get this back to the counter. Here we go. Gorgeous. That delicious caramel sauce. We're just letting it seep down and distribute over all of our different fruits here. Ooh, this is looking so beautiful. Those strawberries, those apples, that crushed pineapple, and our cherries. Now I'm just gonna add in some ground cinnamon. Ooh, perfect. A little bit of ginger. I'm gonna be ginger with this since it doesn't have the little thing on it for some reason. Perfect. Smells so good. And just a pinch of nutmeg. Perfect. All right, those are just 2 packs of our Pillsbury crescent rolls right on top. Now I'm just coming in with a little bit of my residual butter, and I am just gonna brush these crescent rolls so they bake up beautifully golden brown. And isn't this gonna be so fun? We've got all these delicious flavors in here. Those strawberries, apples, crushed pineapple, cherries, something for everyone. Really, really yummy and easy for this time of year. I think y'all are going to love it. Alrighty, I'm gonna pop this in my oven covered at 350 for about 1 hour. Alrighty, y'all. Our 4 flavored pie is ready. We've got our pie crust on the bottom. We've got our delicious fruits. We've got strawberries, apples, pineapple, cherries, and of course those caramel sauce and our crescent rolls on top. Yum, something for everyone. This is the perfect treat to make for the holidays. Let me just get in here with a big old scoopy scoop. Yum. Doesn't that look good? Strawberry delight. Ooh, yummy. You want to taste it, Marty?
Sure.
All right. There you go.
Oh, wow.
So really good?
Yeah, it's really good.
Y'all,
I mean, how could it be bad? Butter, sugar, pie.
use whatever fruits you like, but you gotta try it. All right, that's 1 box of our honey-made graham crackers, crumbled, coming in with 1 stick melted butter. Perfect. Now I'm gonna sprinkle in some dark brown sugar. That looks good. And I'm just gonna start mixing this all together here with my spatula. We are making a super yummy dessert I know y'all are all going to love. All right, we're just gonna press this down into a flat little crust here on the bottom. Now I'm gonna set this aside and bring in my bowl. All right, I got 2 boxes here of Ghirardelli brownie batter. Whoop, perfect. Now each brownie batter calls for 1/3 cup of water. So I'm gonna actually replace the water with coffee, and I'm using 2/3 a cup of coffee for the 2 boxes. Instead of oil, I'm using butter, 1/2 cup per box, so 1 whole cup of butter. And now I am just popping in here 2 eggs. And we're gonna get this all mixed together and incorporated. Y'all, this is not like a regular brownie. We are doing a very souped up special version of brownies. This is such a fun treat to make. It's great to bring to a holiday party. You're celebrating. This is definitely the celebratory treat of choice, at least around our house. I love to bring this to Thanksgiving, to Christmas. You can even add other flavors in, just really, really personalize this and make it your own. And look at this thick, yummy, double chocolate brownie batter that Ghirardelli. You can find it on sale. I got it at Walmart today. Pretty fantastic. It's got those chocolate chunks in there. And y'all, this is gonna be so tasty. All right, I'm bringing back in my pan of my graham cracker crust. And here we go. Ooh la la. Oh, yum. Alrighty, we're just gonna spread this edge to edge over that dark brown sugar crusted graham cracker crust. This is gonna be so tasty. It's gonna go great together. And we are gonna be adding even more yumminess to this. Y'all, you are gonna lose your minds. Mind blown, best treat ever. You gotta stick around. Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna pop this in my oven at 325. I think it's gonna take about 30 minutes, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Alrighty, y'all. Our brownies are baked, but not done. We're gonna be adding some more good to this. Woo! Starting with a bag of mini jet puffed marshmallows. We're just gonna spread this evenly on top. Yummy. Now I'm coming in with some of my Kraft caramel bits. And we're just gonna spread a little bit of these in here. Caramel bitties. Perfect, that looks great. Ooh, 1 big bit. All right, now I've got my Hershey's Special Dark Chocolate. Of course, you can use milk chocolate if you prefer. I'm just gonna open my bar here, and then I'm gonna start breaking these up. And I wanna actually just tuck these into our little marshmallows, our little caramel bits, and get these placed throughout here. This is gonna be so yummy, y'all. This is gonna have the most tasty treat on top. We've got those graham crackers on the bottom with our dark brown sugar and our crust. And then on the next layer, of course, we've got our delicious brownies made with the coffee, which y'all, you're not gonna taste that coffee. It's just gonna enhance the flavor of the chocolate in our brownies. And then of course on top, we've got our mini marshmallows here, and we've got our caramel bits. And now we're just adding these pieces of Special Dark, but you can use milk, Hershey's, or whatever kind of chocolate you like. But y'all, this is gonna be so scrumdiddlyumptious. Alrighty, y'all, we're almost done. I'm just gonna pop this back under the broiler for about 5 minutes. Alrighty, y'all, look at this. It's like a beautiful campfire creation that we did here in our oven. Summer may be over, but you don't have to leave those tasty, treaty tastes behind. You can just, here we go, perfect. Woo! I'm not gonna waste any of these marshmallows. I'm just gonna scrape them right here onto my plate. And now, I'm gonna get underneath for the piece de resistance. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. So fudgy. Wow. Oh, this looks incredible. Make sure I get some of our brownie in here. The graham cracker crust, the marshmallows and caramel and chocolate on top. Wow. Okay. This is so good, y'all. Oh my God. You've got to try this. All right, that's just 1 can of sweetened condensed milk on top of my blueberries in my puff pastry crust. Now I'm gonna come in with about 1/4 cup of sour cream. Now to all of this, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of honey. 1 and 2, beautiful. To this, we're adding some fresh lemon juice, just a couple squeezes. Now I'm gonna flavor this with a little bit of cinnamon ground. I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup of cane sugar for some sweetness. And now I'm just gonna add in about 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, we're gonna get this all mixed and incorporated. Now this is a super easy and delicious baked treat. You can put this together in less than 10 minutes. Now you could use a regular pie crust if you prefer, but I am just using some puff pastry here, and I'm gonna get this all mixed and combined, our blueberries with our delicious sour cream, with our sweetened condensed milk, our flavors of honey, sugar, and vanilla extract, and cinnamon. And then we're gonna show you what we're doing next with this. But I think this is gonna be such a unique and delicious dessert that you are going to want to try as soon as possible. All right, now I'm adding in 2 pre-scrambled scrambled eggs. And I'm just gonna gently fold this into the rest of our pre-mixed now mixture of the sour cream. It's gonna have such a delicious flavor. And these eggs are just the final key ingredient to bring it all together. Alrighty, now that we've got everything mixed in, I'm just gonna fold in our little crusty crust, just like so. Look how easy, cute, delicious. This is gonna be beautiful. I can't wait for y'all to see the final result. And we're just gonna wash this crust with a little bit more egg. Oh my gosh. Sheldon's excited, he's down here. He can't wait to have a bite. And you know what? I fully am right there with you, Sheldon. We'll have a piece together as soon as it's done cooking. Alrighty, y'all, I'm popping this in my oven at 350 for 30 minutes. Alrighty, y'all. 30 minutes, we just let it cool. After 30 minutes in the oven, look how beautiful this looks. I'm just gonna put a little powdered sugar on top. That's gonna be so pretty. I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Delicious? Two sticks of butter, 2 cups dark brown sugar. Now I'm coming in with 4 tablespoons of light corn syrup. I'm just gonna eyeball that. All right, we're gonna get this melted and mixed together. Making a super easy treat, perfect for every occasion, and y'all are gonna love it. Now I'm just adding in 1 bag of large marshmallows. And we are gonna get these folded in with our delicious caramel sauce. They're just gonna melt down and add a really fun and yummy texture to this delicious and easy treat. Gorgeous, look at this beautiful texture. All right, let's get this back over to our popcorn. Gorgeous. Look at this beautiful texture of our marshmallows with our stunning dark brown sugar, corn syrup. Oh, this is gonna be so tasty, y'all. All right, I'm just gonna put a little bit of vanilla extract in here. Perfect. And now I'm just gonna give this a tossy toss. We wanna cover all of this delicious, yummy, yummy popcorn in our beautiful dark brown caramel marshmallowy mixture. Ooh, wow. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Perfect. Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna pop this in my oven at 250 for about 30 minutes, but I'm gonna stir it after 10. Alrighty, y'all. We have this in the oven at 250 for 30 minutes, and I did stir it every 10 minutes. You can see that our marshmallow ooey gooey caramel is still ooey and gooey, but don't worry, this is gonna totally change textures as it cools. I'm just gonna add a little bit extra yumminess now that we've got it all cooked. I'm gonna add in some of my fun Jet Puff fruity marshmallows because they're just so colorful and delicious. Now I'm gonna use some fun holiday sprinkles because it is Christmas time, and what is better than homemade candy at Christmas? Oh my gosh, yummy, 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 yummy. All right, and we're just gonna do a little bit more in our green and red theme with this beautiful green decorative sugar and some of this red. And don't be afraid, be generous with these sprinkles. That's the way I like to do it. Alrighty, we're ready with our special little Christmas treat here. Ooh, yes. And now the fun part of this is you get to break this into pieces and it has become a hard candy-like shell. Marshmallow flavored candy for Christmas, homemade, so good. You guys, you've got to try this.